Bro, you don't lose attraction when you relapse. So I've been on this journey for quitting porn and masturbation, right, for 7 years now. And I've been trying literally everything, testing everything. How can I quit? I've been battling this addiction for 7 years. But really, one of the biggest, things that was actually like very, very hard to me was, all these like NoFap YouTubers and all these guys who, just create content about NoFap, right? You've probably seen them, bro, like all those 90-day NoFap benefits timeline, right? And I used to like binge watch all those videos, right? Now, they can be helpful, right? I get the idea, like they're motivating us young men, to quit, right? But I think a little bit, it's just destructive. It's just backwards advice, like, and a lot of it just doesn't make any sense. Like if you get to 60 days, you'll levitate, and girls will be so attracted to you, like they'll kiss your brains out, right? And you'll have so much insane confidence, and you'll have so many friends, and you'll be the most social person ever, and when you relapse, this is the thing. This is what's destructive, is what they say is when you relapse, right? All those benefits are gone. All those benefits are gone. Like you're the biggest failure in the world when you relapse. But that doesn't make any sense. Like if we look at it from a science perspective, if you went 60 days without porn and masturbation, that is massive. Like that is like you should pat yourself on the back, bro. Like that is so huge, bro. And if you relapse, here's the thing: your brain doesn't think that way. Your brain doesn't think, I relapsed on day 60, so I'm gonna remove all the benefits now. It doesn't think that way. No, neural circuits in your brain, basically the things that were telling your brain to do this, to watch porn, to masturbate, weakened significantly. They faded a lot. They got weaker, right? Way more than you were before those 60 days. Does that make sense? Now, a lot of it was, when you relapse, you'll become so unattractive to girls, and girls will hate you, and you lose all the attraction. But here's the thing, like, and I don't want to get me wrong, right? I'm not saying that when you relapse on porn or masturbate, right, you lose all the attraction, right? Or you lose all the attraction, right? But that makes no sense, because here's the thing. This is what troubled me the most, right? Because of like all the trauma that I had growing up, right? Like, and of course, because I'm just like a horny young man, right? Like, girls and women are a central part of my thinking, right? Let's be honest. And this is true for all of us as young men. And that used to trouble me a lot. That used to like be so hard to me. And what used to happen is I would relapse, and I would feel just so much shame and guilt. Like the first thing I would think of is, oh my God, I lost all the attraction to girls, and now no girl will be attracted to me, and then I won't be able to get married, and then I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, and then my family is gonna hate me, and then my friends are gonna hate me, and I just go into this kind of catastrophizing cycle, right? But the truth about it is, like, I'm telling you, bro, every single time I relapsed, I thought that, I lost all the benefits, I lost all the attraction, but the truth is, I was still attractive to girls. Like, girls were still, holding eye contact with me, talking to me, sitting next to me, and showing me that they're still attracted to me, right? So, like, I think it's actually destructive, because here's the thing, like, if we think about it like this, like the root cause of porn and masturbation, or any addiction really, is negative emotions. So when you have this belief, right, that when you relapse you lose all the benefits, those are negative emotions. Like, you will have so many negative emotions, and that's like, I already relapsed, so I'll relapse again, and then I'll relapse again. The thing is, like, every time I would relapse, I would need this like external validation from girls, right? This is something that's rooted in like trauma, basically, where I would need like all this external validation from girls that they're still attracted to me, right? But it's just BS. Now, this does not mean at all that now I'm gonna go, relapse 3 to 4 times. This does not mean that at all. But I'm saying this for a very specific reason. We need to stop feeling all this guilt and shame, because it's self-destruct. Like, if that motivates you to be better, okay, then go with it. But for me, and I think for many young men, it's just self-destruction at this point. All this guilt and shame spiral, which leads you to relapsing again and relapsing again, and you just keep reinforcing the addiction, which leads to that guilt and shame and all that. You hate yourself, and this inner critic that's just whipping you and whipping you. That leads, that is worse than the relapse itself. So yeah, the best thing to do when you relapse, and I'm saying this to myself, for anyone honestly, is to just forgive yourself and learn from it. That's the most important thing, is to just learn from it. What did I do wrong? Why did I do it? What is the emotion that motivated that relapse, right? Was I feeling sad? Was I feeling bored? Maybe I didn't regulate my emotions that well. Maybe, my environment isn't the best. Maybe I believe that porn is actually good for me. But just think about it and learn from it. That's the best thing you can do. Move on, man. Here's the thing. All that objectively happens when you relapse is this, right? This is all that objectively happens. Your dopamine spikes to very high levels if it's porn or junk food or social media. It shoots up way higher than baseline, but then it's gonna drop below baseline temporarily, and that's the most important thing. It's gonna drop below baseline for a very short period of time, 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks, but then you will feel way better before that addiction. All right, so for 1, 2, maybe not 3, that's a bit too much, but 1 to 2 weeks, you will feel sad and depressed and anxious and tired, and you can't focus, and these mood swings. This is all that happens. That's all that happens. Is these acute withdrawal symptoms you will have. Yes, you will experience pain, but that pain is actually a good thing. And it's temporary pain, but it's a good thing. And that means that your brain is starting to regenerate dopamine itself. Your brain is starting to regenerate its own dopamine, and you will actually be able to enjoy other things, because that's what happens. Like, Andrew Huberman defines addiction in a way that I just absolutely love, which is addiction is the progressive narrowing of the things that give you pleasure. So if you think about it, if someone is addicted to porn, the only thing that gives them addiction is that porn. That means that they're addicted, right? Reading gives them very little pleasure. Going to the gym gives them very little pleasure. The only thing that gives them a lot of pleasure is porn. That's we would define that person as addicted to porn, right? And the only way to quit that addiction permanently, sustainably, forever, is to stop doing it for an extended period of time, for our brains to regenerate their own dopamine, right? So all you need is to just get over those first 1 to 2 weeks of pain, and the best way that I found personally is to just improve yourself in those first 2 weeks. Get obsessed with self-improvement. Go to the gym, read books, meditate, journal, sleep early, right? Eat good nutritious food, spend time with your friends and family. If you do that, it will make it way easier, and you will actually get dopamine from healthy sources, and you will actually, that is actually what makes you very attractive to girls. Honestly, that's what actually makes you attractive to girls. Is when you actually improve yourself, is when you put all your time and energy into you becoming the best version of yourself. That's it. Alright, so yeah, that's what I learned. As always, bro, we're in this together. We won't make it.